Kamarayatoye yasataha wakinate yamasutu. Tumraye kitirate yananda ki satuyaye. Numrakataye sata yanatwaye site. Drop your body. You ready to drop your body? You ready to drop the body of knowledge that you have acquired? You ready to drop the body of belief systems that you've picked up and tried to convince others of, or yourself? Are you ready to drop the body, this physical body? Or do you even have to? Today, we shall discuss, with the help and assistance of our dear friends and teachers, about dropping the body or not. So namaste, welcome everyone. This is day number 262 of 365, A Life of Bliss, 365. One quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today we have a fun little quote. But before I begin this today, I'd like to just share, if you are watching this video, if you manage to watch this video on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and this doesn't look green and this doesn't look this color and looks so kind of strange. We're having some fun shenanigans with these platforms. It's so hilarious, and it was a perfect setup. Something happened at the weekend, and only on those platforms, not on Rumble. If you're watching us on Rumble, of course, it's going to look as it is. Interesting enough, the same video, I've been doing these videos for 262 days. We've been multi-streaming for a long time, and when a video was posted, so I shared something last week, and I said, as soon as I shared about it, this is not popular, and a 222. And whenever you start sharing things that are outside of the paradigm, that are outside of what appears to be here, then some messing and some fun rascalage happens. So if this video is looking like just the way you would expect it to, and I don't look like a deathly alien about to die, oh my god, could you please put in the comments and let us know that this filter and this messing, and if it is still there, I would be very happy to hear that as well, because I did a little test, because I thought, okay, it's just a glitch. Firstly, I look at the video on my phone, completely natural. I look at the video on the platforms where it's posted, where the video is sent as it is being now to all of the platforms at the same time. On Rumble, it's completely natural. On my phone, it's completely natural. On Telegram, it's completely natural. On YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, there's this weird, deathly, gray, horrible-looking filter, kind of exactly like that gray, weird, ugly filter that was put on Joe Rogan's face when he was sharing some very unpopular alternative medicine. And I'm not sharing anything about alternative medicine other than we are the medicine. I am the medicine. It is medicine. We are the life force through which all medicine arises. And you cannot censor consciousness, even though you hilariously try, little rascals. And you can mess, and it's important, this is an important point. This is a very minor, doesn't mean anything thing, but it was a perfect example. Some of the messages that I got because of just a filter on a video that I didn't put there, but that something put there, and how it triggered people into making assumptions, how it triggered people into fears. I got so many messages about things, and it's amazing. It's really cool, because it's cool in one way to see that, you know, there's something shifting, something changing. And on the other hand, it's showing how people's perception can be completely manipulated by a simple algorithm, by a simple thing on a screen. You've got things like deep fake, and you've got all these things where what you see on here, unless you know and feel in your heart and you've met the being, everything can be cloned and everything can be artificially generated now. This AI stuff is like it's only the tip of the iceberg of what has been released. So just putting that in there for day 62, such fun. So if the color is looking natural, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's hilarious. But because I got messages and because I seen it was a perfect setup, that it was to trigger things, and I just noticed within me, there was absolutely nothing. And I got all these messages of kind of fear. I got messages of kind of jokes with Jags. And I got messages with quite like, if it was an older me, a younger me, a sensitive me, I'm still sensitive, but like, if I cared about what people said, it would have been like quite some really um, crazy things that people said after seeing that, which is quite funny to notice how people's fears and projections can be triggered by something. And of course, this one has still plenty of a journey on that, but it's just interesting. So let's get into the quote for day number 262. And just, oh yes, just for the record, I have never felt better in my entire 44 years on this planet. I've never felt stronger. I've never felt more energy in my life. I'm able to walk up hills and run and lift heavy things, and it's like I'm not doing anything. Just a little by the by for the human. We invite you to remember this, to recognize this. Before you choose to drop your body, we invite you to see the gift of life while life is unfolding in physicality, for it is like no other. What you call your other dimensions are simply differing perspectives from more or less expanded viewpoints. Yet the physicality, the gift of physicality, the gift of your body, the gift of the flowers, the gift of the skies, the gift of the waters, the gift of a warm caress, these gifts cannot be experienced there in a way that you experience them right now, here. And what a perfect quote. As always, the perfect quote just arises for what is appearing. All limits and filters are just going to be torn off. And just like tearing a bandage off, sometimes it hurts a little bit, but it's better to just get it all out in one go than doing it slowly. We need, death is a complete illusion. And the idea that we need to drop this body to experience ascension or becoming who we are, it's not true. It is true from one perspective. If you hold that baggage of beliefs, we can expand this body to experience our multidimensionality while still being focused a little bit of ourselves in this body, as this body. The fear of death, the fear of lack, the fear of loss is what's keeping this whole charade going, this whole illusion, this whole matrix that's driven by lack, driven by fear, driven by projections, literal projections, holographic projections. And fear is the main currency. When you look at something and judge it, and when you look at something and you're in fear, you're like investing in the currency of this illusion that keeps us separate, that keeps us in the apparent separation, that keeps us separate from each other, keeps us judging and classifying, keeps us in different classes, hierarchies, all these sorts of things. So what our dear ones are sharing here is that you don't have to drop this body. And we will, vast majority, will choose to drop this body, but you don't have to. And the most important thing, whether you drop the body or you don't drop the body, is to begin to appreciate, raise the altitude with gratitude for everything that is in this physicality. Of course, of course, the messing has begun. So I'm hoping. So that there's no secondary technology that could be trying to mess in some way with our transmissions. Let's see. So, Katrina, or anyone else that's joining, could you let us know that this sound is on, or if it is on, or if I've gone all grey and deathly? And if anybody's afraid, I love you. If you're not afraid, I love you. It's so beautiful, this life. It's such an incredible gift. And all the talk of AI and Matrix is a little bit of a distraction, but there's a fun little distraction because there's a little warrior without war here. There's no war. But there's also sovereignty. There's real sovereignty, and there's truth, and there's the ability to discern, and the ability to perceive, and the ability to see through this illusion and human condition and conditioning. And when one is true to one's own heart and authentically in their truth and knowing their truth and sharing their truth, there needs be no outer recognition of that. There needs to be no outer, what's the word, validation of that. When one is comfortable in one's own truth, one is without need. More and more, I really, truly feel without need. Don't need something from someone. Don't need something from the world. There's no need for any of this. And what a beautiful gift this is. What a beautiful gift to get to experience other selves, projecting back or reflecting back things to you, parts of the human condition. What a beautiful gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a beautiful gift of the skies, the trees, the flowers, the warm embrace, the rising, the falling, the coming, the going. This is the contemplation for day 262. And now, as always, we are invited to drop into a short sacred silence. And I think we shall join with this beautiful sky and pine tree and the bird song for our sacred silence today. So we're invited now to drop the contemplation, drop the quote, drop any ideas of past or future, dropping the ideas at 1444 of even the present moment. And we drop into a short sacred silence as we allow what is to be what is, as what is. Thank you, life. Thank you, God. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you, beautiful birds, for the sound healing. Thank you, beautiful wind. Thank you, trees. Thank you, life. Thank you, AI. Thank you, technology. Thank you, the game. Thank you, all those playing their beautiful roles with goals. And all those playing their roles with no goals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So blessed, so blessed. Blessed indeed. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. If you are enjoying these transmissions, maybe we should share some of this nature. Katrina says, Mother Nature can't be silenced. Absolutely not. Get those devices off of, even though I'm on one. I want to share a little bit of this beautiful space with you. If you're watching on one of the big platforms and this looks completely like an alien land, you might want to consider checking out Rumble over there. Let's see this beautiful little space. And when the wind is not too windy, and when the sun isn't so hot, come up here in our bare feet among the pine cones, pine trees. Let's see this. Here's a way of doing this slowly. Very gently. Let's see if we can get the soul being in there. So our little, oh, that turns upside down, that'll probably mess. Our little tiny home on wheels is just down among the trees down there, where we've been living for the last June, July, August. Wow, 10 months. We've been living in a little tiny home on wheels. So, if you are getting value from these transmissions, if you are enjoying them, if they are touching you, if they are triggering you, if they are allowing you to experience life in new ways, I invite you to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you feel the call with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are